Graduation, Dad texted, don't expect help, you're on your own. Then my CFO called. The IPO hit 6 billion. Everyone heard. Dad's face when he realized his failure son just became a billionaire. I'm 27. My dad spent my whole childhood comparing me to my brother. Every Sunday dinner was the same. Him listing my brother's achievements and turning to me asking when I'd get serious. My brother was a corporate attorney with a downtown office. I was building software in my spare bedroom, eating cereal for dinner. 3 years into a startup nobody believed in but me and my co-founder. To understand why that text hit the way it did, you need the full picture, because it wasn't one big fight. It was 1,000 small ones. My brother is 4 years older. Growing up, he was everything our dad wanted. Debate team, dean's list, top 10 law school, 6 figures before 25. Every time my dad talked about him, his whole posture changed. He stood taller, voice got warmer, pure, uncomplicated pride. Then there was me. I taught myself to code at 14. By 17, I'd built 3 small apps. Nothing that made money, but they worked and I understood every line. My dad never once asked to see them. When I mentioned them at dinner, he'd nod once, the way you nod when someone tells you about a dream they had. Polite, already somewhere else. College was a negotiation. He wanted business. I wanted computer science. We compromised on both, and I spent 4 years exhausted and undirected. The MBA program after was his idea. I enrolled because I didn't have the energy to fight anymore. That lasted 14 months. My co-founder and I met junior year, stayed friends, reconnected at a barbecue 2 summers after graduation. She was miserable at her tech job. I was sitting in MBA lectures watching the clock. We got talking about a problem we'd both noticed. The way enterprise software handled real-time data sync was broken in ways everyone had just accepted. We drew the basic architecture on a paper plate that night. 6 months later, we had our first paying client, a logistics firm in Ohio, replacing a 40K legacy system with ours. It paid us each barely anything, but it was real. That's when I quit the MBA program. I called my dad to tell him in person. He listened to everything, waited until I was done, and asked one question. Does your brother know? Because your brother would say this is a mistake, and your brother is usually right. I drove home with my hands tight on the wheel. That was the last real conversation we had for over a year. During those 14 months, we moved into a converted warehouse office, hired our first 2 employees, and raised $2. $3 million after 18 investor pitches. 11 hard no's, 4 slow no's, 3 yeses. I didn't tell my dad any of it. He texted occasionally. Short things. I kept my replies vague. I wasn't punishing him. I just couldn't afford conversations that went nowhere. By month 18, we had 41 enterprise clients and a churn rate of 2%. Our CFO, who had taken 3 companies public, told us in January that if we ever wanted to go public, this was the year. We filed in February. I did the roadshow in April.